crews were dispatched to 355 Burrard for an explosion. When crews got on scene, they were met with a fireball that was impinging on 355 Burrard. They focused their firefighting attack on the exposure control because there was a suspicion that this was an electrical vault explosion. There was some blown out windows. There was some displaced concrete. Fire crews dealt with 2 patients that were suffering facial burns and some lacerations. So as crews were protecting exposures, washing down the face of the building, some recon crews went inside the building to make sure that there weren't people trapped inside. Turns out it's an office building, so everybody had gone home. Mostly everybody. There was some cleaning crews involved. So crews did a primary search of the building on the alpha side, the affected side of the building that they deemed to be primary search all clear. So from that point, crews weren't about to fight an electrical fire, so they focused on the exposures, and the fire burned itself out. There may have been some fuel inside the hole, we don't know, but it burned itself out, and now crews are just in the process of cleaning up.
Was 355 the only exposure building?
No, there was 335 also had some damage too. It was basically it's 2 buildings, and the explosion was pretty much right in the middle of the 2, but most of the damage was on JJ Bean's 355. How'd the crews do? Crews did a tremendous job. They did a very quick fire attack and established some exposure control. They were aware of the electrical hazards that were in front of them, and then they did a quick search to make sure that everybody was out of the building.
How are those 2 injured people doing now?
The injured people, I'm not too sure what their status is right now. Crews, when they were treating them, they were like I say, they were treated for facial burns and lacerations, and then passed off to BCS. I don't know if they've been transported to hospital.
What's going to happen here on forward?
Going forward, well, we're going to get the building boarded up. We'll give access back to the building occupants or tenants, and we're going to pick up some hose, and then BC Hydro is going to have a look at what's going on inside the electrical vault. Something like this doesn't happen very often. You know, it's but every once in a while you get something like this, and I'm only speculating, but sometimes gas gets trapped in the vaults and stuff like that, and if there's a spark, you get a big bang.
Do you know what kind of office buildings, like what are they working with? Is this just like any building you have to save the
Sorry, I can't hear you.
Is there something like with this office building? Is this something that can happen anywhere else in the city?
Oh, it could have happened up the street. Yeah, it doesn't. It's not anything particular to this building. From what we've learned, it's under investigation still.
Can you tell us how many crews you had on scene, how many apparatus?
I can tell you we had about approximately 45 firefighters. It was a second alarm. I don't know how close they were, but it moved a pretty big piece of concrete, so it was a pretty forceful blast.